Voltron.
Hey Tim, turn your volume down, please.
Yeah, so you could stop coming on there and trying to blame somebody else.
Exactly.
You still talking?
When you
Welcome.
up?
Welcome. We up. Go ahead.
Welcome once again to the Philly Uncensored Sports Podcast. You can catch us on YouTube, Spotify, Twitter, iTunes, and Facebook. We had that contest for our Philly Sports Podcast T-shirt. You see Tim wearing his today. So share it on Twitter, Tim. Oh,
my bad.
What is it, Tim? We share it on Twitter that enables them to put it in the runnings for it. Tim, are you there? You live?
Yeah, Twitter. Okay. They gotta like Twitter. Like the Twitter page.
Share the Twitter page.
Tim's gonna put it. Hey Tim, you did? Why are you staring off into space like you under some kind of trance or something?
Your wife got you hemmed up?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's get down to it. Honestly, let's look at it tonight. What it looked like tonight is the Sixers came to ball, and it was a great team win. You had some players. You had a lot of players. Paul, you had Curry had a career high scoring, balled out. Tobias gave us tonight. Tobias added the 28, 9, and 6. And had a triple 19, 10, 11. You had Dwight came in, brought that physical presence inside. George Hill played solid. Like it was a good team win, and this was without the big fella in the middle. So
listen, let's give props where props is due. I know you screaming team win, but my man Seth Curry put the team on his back. Let's give props where props.
No. If anybody want to talk about Seth, y'all stop. Y'all talk about all y'all other bulls. Y'all talk about Shake Milton.
You do it too much. You do it too much. You'll get your turn.
Let me ask you something. Just because, so he scored 30 points, he put the team on his back.
Yes, he did. Keep his name out your mouth.
So let me ask you this. So Tobias had 28, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists, but 3 steals. But Seth put the team on his back.
Hold on. Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched the game.
All right. Did you see? So we started to take the lead, not when Tobias was scoring, but when Seth started getting in rhythm. Does everybody agree with that?
I agree that Seth came
out. The lead blew up when Seth started getting in rhythm.
What, you asking rhetorical questions, or you just
basically he want to answer his own question?
You answer your own question. Yeah.
I'm at because Wayne's trying to downplay. This is what I want. Stop trying to downplay what that man did.
No, I'm not downplay. I just said he scored a career high. It was a great team win. You want to discredit what Tobias did? Tobias did more than Seth did.
If Ben would have scored 30, you would better shut Wayne up. So let me talk for Seth.
Wait, what?
Seth came out from the rip and scored 9 points in the first quarter. He held us down, put the team. If it wasn't for Tobias, Seth scoring that 9 points in the first quarter, we may not have had a victory tonight. And he continued to score throughout the game. I think in the third quarter, he scored another double-digit quarter in the third.
He scored the first 12 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, there we go. So Seth was the reason why we won this game. Don't get me wrong, Tobias stepped up. But it was mainly because of Seth why we won this game.
And that's when the game got out of hand. That's when the game got out of hand.
Go ahead, Tim.
Right.
Go ahead, Tim.
Thank you. Appreciate it. No, I got to give this was a total team win, though. It was a team win. We had some shining stars. We got to give Seth Curry all of his props. He gave us those 30 points. Like I said, he scored 12 in that third quarter. The young boy Tyrese, when y'all was watching the game, he wasn't scoring a lot initially. But the energy that he brought to the floor and then the assist that he was given and the way he was hustling, he kind of changed what was the structure of the game, how it was going. Because if the first 2 quarters, it was a tight ball game. I felt comfortable, but it still was tight. Then that third quarter, Seth turned it on, and then Ben, my boy Ben, finished with a triple-double. He did what Ben does. The thing is, everybody wanted him to be this 30, 40-point scorer. But he did all the things you have to do to win a game. And he balled out. I mean, he gave you 11 assists, 17 points. What was it? 19, 17 points and 10 rebounds. I have no complaints with Ben Simmons. The only thing I would say is there was a few times where Ishmael was out there where he had a morning and he kind of passed out. But he did take him to the hole once. But I thought he could took it.
So you went, hold on. First we said nobody's giving Toby credit. And you went from Seth to Ben. You skip Toby.
I mean, Toby did his thing.
This is where they come with the capes. This is where they come with the. This is where they come with the caping.
Let's give Maxey his props.
Yes,
Maxey brought energy. All that's why I said. See, this is the point. This is the reason I came on and said it was a great team win.
There's so many people.
I don't just go off of just what somebody scored. He scored 30 points, so he carried us. It's not just that, because Maxey kept pressure on them guys all game. Even when he was missing early on, Maxey was putting pressure on them. And
more
like I said,
often than not.
Hold on. But
what?
Let's not try to. You like just because somebody scored 30 points. Basketball is about scoring the ball.
Tobias had 28, but y'all want to hype up
yes.
Seth? So Seth had 2 more points than Tobias, but Tobias had more rebounds, steals, and just 2 less points. But you want to say that Seth carried the team? That's what I'm saying. It's a team win.
Seth did carry the team.
Seth did carry the team.
All right, let me speak my piece. I haven't got talk without being interrupted yet. So let me speak my piece.
Get ready for 10 minutes.
Seth did carry 11. Seth did carry the team. Seth was the major reason. It's always in most victories, it's always a team win. But more often than not, you have somebody who was the MVP of the game. The most valuable player was Seth Curry. It's no disputing this. So I don't know where we at with, this boy did this boy did that. Seth was the reason why we took the lead. He's the reason why we maintained the lead. The main reason why. Said Tobias had a good game. I can't hate on Tobias. He actually hit a huge 3. I think it was in the first or the second. I think it was the second quarter. Tobias hit the 3 to actually give us our first lead of the game. So Tobias came the ball. I'm not hating on Tobias, but this game you got to get that man Seth his props. It was we had a lot of people play well. Even Fible in stretches played well. It was Seth that did the damage. This dude shot a total of what he was at 58.8% from the field, 50% from 3, 7 for 7 from the line. Give it up to the ball, Curry. Stop playing with him.
So what made him the MVP? Just his shooting percentage and his points?
Everything. He got people in foul trouble. He was drawing fouls. He was getting to the line.
No,
he did everything he could, and he hit clutch.
Wait. So Wayne, who you gonna give MVP to, Wayne?
I just said I think it was a collective as a team. I really do.
And Wayne, you're right. And to your point, the reason why it was a team effort because
I don't know why y'all dudes hating like that.
Who are we hating?
We were going to win this. Wait, let me get in. We was going to win this game regardless.
No, he wasn't. Yes, he wasn't.
Danny Green was struggling. Ben Simmons kept finding Danny Green with wide open shots. And he just kept clanking. He struggled early, but what happened was his veteran presence in the second quarter is when his defense turned up and he was able to help us and will us and keep us close because he got a couple steals at the end. But this game would have been a blowout if Danny Green just hit the open shot. Danny just decided that he was just a little off in the beginning.
But this is my point. Like I get, and I'm not taking nothing from Seth because I think me and Ephraim, well, first of all, I said it and Ephraim agreed with me that Seth Curry is the X factor when we go to play. If he's hot and he's hitting, then it opens up a lot of stuff. But my whole thing is, I'm not going to say he was the main factor for the team. He brought in more than he usually does, but that's just like you talking about drawing fouls. He went to the free throw line 7 times. Tobias went 10 times. Tobias, that's what I'm saying. Tobias.
I'm not saying you asked me what he did, and I'm telling you what he collectively did.
All right, so what did he do better than Tobias to make him the MVP of this game?
He shot better from 3 and from the field.
He kept us in the game when Danny was struggling.
See? And this is my problem.
Why isn't efficiency? Y'all crack me up. Y'all try to rebounds and steal. That's all well and good, but why isn't when is it being efficient scorer not a good thing? When does that not make you a better game because you're an efficient? This is why I argue against Westbrook. When you always want to Westbrook is blah 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 this, that, and the third. I take Nash because he's more efficient. Efficiency wins you games, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Or does it not?
No, not all the time. No, you know what helps win you game? When you get steals and you get rebounds and you get the same amount.
Okay, if you get the steal and you miss the jump shot, what does that mean?
Who's saying they missing the jump shot? He scored the same amount of points. He scored 2 less points.
I said the efficiency was less from both the field and from the 3.
And you know what? Efficiency also comes in when you're Seth Curry and you're not getting the focal point. You're not the focal point of the defense. When Tobias grabs the ball, he's the focal point of the defense. Nobody's sitting there. This ain't Steph Curry. This is Seth Curry. who's getting, and he hit his shots.
Tobias about to say he got the same amount of defense that he normally gets. It wasn't. I ain't seen no crowd around him. He had one player guarding him, and he was scoring. He did well.
And Seth Curry gets more open shots than he does.
Not tonight.
Listen,
Seth Curry played against Richmond. They had defense on Seth all night. I didn't see. Actually, most of his shots he made, I didn't see too many Jones. He was wide open. The only one who was getting wide open, look for real, was Danny Green, and he was bricking.
What did Seth do on defense?
That's what I said.
Hold on. This is a 4-man show. This is a 4-man show.
No, it's not. It's Ephraim and the Marvelettes.
Thank you, Tim. I've been trying to tell y'all this. I've been saying that.
Listen, hold on, Mark. Hold on, Mark. See, y'all. Yes, defense, rebounding, and defense does mean a lot, but scoring the ball means more. Y'all, listen.
But you could score the same amount.
Can I talk? You just had a whole 10-minute
because you making no sense.
With Ephraim.
You said scoring count more. They scored the same. They scored the same.
Hold on. At the end of the day, you have to have more points than your opponent to win the game. You have to have more points than your opponent. That's why the highest, the most paid players in the league are 9 times out of 10 the highest scoring players in the league. Scoring is important. Let's not try to downplay. Oh, he played defense. This is how we hype up our own players. Oh, he played defense. He rebound, but he can't get to put the ball in the hole. That's why Jordan was.
Tobias ain't put the ball in the hole.
That's why boys like Jordan was so great and players like that, and they got paid so much and they won. The scoring average was ridiculous. So stop with the nonsense.
So did Tobias put the ball in the hole tonight?
He won because Seth Curry scored 12 straight points in the third quarter and blew the lid off the game. Now stop. Let's move on.
Okay, let's props also go to Dwight Howard because he hit those free throws down the stretch the entire game. Because usually he's like a.
Thank you, Mac Warren. Efficiency is the most important thing in basketball.
It ain't the most important thing. You can be as efficient as you want if you can't stop nobody. It don't matter.
You're not ready to stretch the game out and talk about other things.
Thank you, Mac Warren. Go ahead, Tim. Dwight Howard did play well.
Dwight Howard played very well. Right. I mean, he hit free throws. Even Ben, I gotta give Ben the props. He hit free throws.
Hold on, talk about them 2 free throws he hit when they fouled him. Then after that, they stopped fouling him because he
hit 2 in a row. And that's what you got to do. First of all, that was so nutty of Brooks too, Scott Brooks. In the beginning of that was so corny.
He tried to put Ben on the spot. He tried to get him uncomfortable early.
He tried to play with his head. He like, yo. Don't do that, man. I thought that was real corny.
He had to because he knew, like I said, after the last game, we coming home, we gonna have it home cooking, we gonna win. I had no concerns about this game. I didn't.
I see a lot of people throwing my name out there in these comments talking about I'm having Steph Curry withdrawal and all this. Curry. The fact of the matter is,
you know why
Seth Curry. Hold on, Seth Curry is now in the number 3 spot. He's the third of our big 3 now. He took Ben's spot.
I'm sorry, I missed you. Would you say Ethan?
Get out,
Mark,
Ben.
see, people like to say stuff like Bradley Beal had 32, and that's why, and they still lost because nobody else could score. That's why the importance of the game is scoring. Nobody else on this team could score, and Westbrook wasn't efficient.
No,
he was 7 for 21. So scoring is important.
The second-year player, the first-year player.
Efficiency is very important. Hachimura could ball a little bit.
Hachimura had 21. He had all of them in like garbage time in the fourth quarter.
No, he hit a couple early. Series. No, he hit a couple early, but I agree. This is what I'm talking. Westbrook was 35%. He wasn't efficient. So if you bump him up to 58%, it's a whole different ball game. That's my point. But y'all can have them inefficient players and all that kind of stuff like that. This is why this is why I get irritated with Ben and when I say about being aggressive, because a couple times, even tonight, he was very efficient tonight, but he had a couple opportunities that he did not take advantage of, and it burns me up. And he kicked out, he had Westbrook in the paint 5 feet away from the basket, all the way underneath the rim, and he passed out to Danny Green, and Danny Green bricks the shot.
That's the modern day basketball. That's modern day.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
How efficient is Ben Simmons? What's his shooting percentage for his career?
With the real Danny Green, please stand up.
He's efficient. First of all, Ben is like 50, he's over 50%. He just don't shoot.
But you don't hype up percentage when Ben. But you hype now. You want to say efficiency is everything. But
no, I do. Ben shot 5 times the other game. Remember, and we wanted to shoot more.
Dude, the last game, hold. Let me air this out. The last podcast, you said Ben had a bad game because he didn't hit the free throws. I said, I'm not saying he had a bad game because he didn't hit the free throws. I said he had a bad game because he didn't shoot more. Remember that? Because he was efficient. This is my problem. He don't take advantage of the mismatches.
You realize sometimes when you get fouled, you can't get a shot attempt when you get fouled. You realize that part, right?
But I watched the game, so I know he's missing opportunity, just like I mentioned tonight.
This is why we end up arguing with stuff. Like I said, I'm sitting up here and I'm trying to give the whole team credit because everybody played their part. They did. I've said, the Sixers have to have a complete team effort for them to win because they don't really have, other than Embiid with it, for the most part, they don't really have nobody that's scoring big time scoring like that. Tobias puts his in every once in a while, but nobody's scoring on that level that Embiid is scoring. So I'm trying to give everybody props. Seth. But Seth, okay, he scored 30.
Tobias he might be coming out of the shell.
Tobias scored.
You need 20. To. It took him 71 games.
So Tobias played a very good game.
But Wayne, hold on.
It was 1 and 1A. Seth hold on. And Tobias.
So without, let's get this straight. Without Embiid in the lineup, we need at least 2 dudes in the high 20s to win. Do you all agree with that?
Yes.
I'm not arguing the fact that Seth stepped up. My point is, just because a player plays better than they usually do doesn't make me say that they carried the team, because that's just like if Seth comes in and he scores 30, but Embiid scores 50. I'm not going to say Seth carried this because Seth scored more than he usually scored.
Nobody's saying that. I said he carried this because he was the most efficient scorer on the court.
But he didn't get the rebounds and he didn't get the steals that Tobias got.
Oh, that was all well and good. He was still almost 60% from the field and 50% from 3.
You had
all right, y'all. We spent about 20 minutes.
Let me ask y'all something. I got a little problem with this. And
he was 40% from 3.
5 minutes left. 5 minutes left in the game, right? A little under 5 minutes left in the game. Washington pulls Bill and Westbrook, right? Doc keeps his starters in there to 2 minutes left. Do y'all have a problem with that?
Was it till 2 minutes left? I thought it was more like 4.
It wasn't. First they
played. It was like 2. It was like 2 minutes left. I'll find it right now. Go.
Was it? No, it might have been.
I'm trying to understand.
We're up 20. Hold on. We're up 20.
If it was a tight game, they would have played the whole game anyway.
We're up 20.
But it wasn't a tight game.
But if it was, they would have been in there. And you would have said nothing.
Let me tell you something.
What?
Let me tell you.
Somebody put the Westbrook name up for Tim, please.
Do you understand? Bradley Beal played 40 minutes.
He had 40, to.
But I'm saying you act as if he was tired. Probably that's why they took him out the game.
Guess what? I've seen our bench give up multiple 20-point leads in a short period of time. So I'm not mad if my coach want to make sure that they solidify this game and get this game over with, especially since you don't have your best player on there. Put your foot on their throat, make sure we win this game, and then let's walk it off. I don't have no problem with that.
And Ben,
4 minutes. 4 minutes left. He takes him out. Over 4 minutes.
Okay.
Doc waits till hold on. Doc waits till 1 minute and 40 seconds left. You're up 20 to take his starters out. I have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that.
I got a problem with that too.
I'm gonna tell you why I have a problem with that. To me, listen. Don't let this sound like hate on Ben Simmons.
Yes, it is.
He waited. Hold on. He waited until Ben Simmons got his triple-double to take Ben Simmons out the game.
So why did he leave Maxey and Tobias in the game too?
They was all in the game because he needed a score. He needed somebody better to get the ball so they could score.
You're not wrong for what you're saying. I know that's the truth because when he wanted Maxey to go for 40 that time early in the year. That's what he do. If it's some individual records that you can achieve that you're not going to be able to get all the time, he wants, as a former player, that's what he do. And I don't have a problem with that.
So should he have been taking Ben Simmons out the game?
Yes.
And put who in? Mike Scott? Because
you're up 20. You're not going to look. Bradley,
I don't know that.
Bradley Beal and Westbrook was out the game.
Stop. Let's
To me, this is bad for coaching. You know why? Because your player got killed. This is how you coddle Ben. And this is why Ben's not going to grow. Hold on. Your player got killed last game for how he played. So what you do to coddle him is you give him a triple-double so he can keep not shooting the ball. You coddling more to him and you patting him on the back for not shooting the ball. That's terrible coaching.
It is. No, I'm telling you, he's right. He's right on point. I'm gonna tell you why he's right on point. I'll let you speak. I'll let him speak. Let me speak. He's right on point because
don't mean you're right.
Because Doc all week has been caping up hard for Ben. Y'all idiots, and y'all don't know ball. If y'all say this about him and this about that and this, that, and third. So it's only in his best interest to make Ben get this triple-double, and now he can throw in everybody's face. Yeah, so he got triple-double night. He did it. That is cool. Listen, I'm not even mad at that, but Ethan does have a point because that's how whatchamacall, that's how the ball. Let me finish. That's how the ball Jamal Murray got hurt. In a very similar fashion, but they was down. They was down 20 and Denver coach against Golden State. Shout out to Steph Curry. They left them in the game. They coach left him in the game too long, and he got hurt under 2 minutes and like a 20-point loss, and everybody was mad.
No, because it's basketball, and you're going to play in the playoffs. Okay. Everybody's going to play minutes regardless.
Yeah, but why you? That's what I'm talking about. You're in the playoffs. You got to rest these dudes. Why are you giving them extra minutes and you up 20 points? That's not smart.
Emo hype off of Ben Simmons, 19 points. He going off. Like I told y'all the scoring was going to come. What? That's scoring? Really? Like that's scoring? Are we calling 19 points a game scoring now?
So wait. So 19, 10, and 11 is just something to sneeze at, huh?
No, I just said you ain't hearing what I'm saying. Listen to me.
I'm just not listening.
Who's guarding the young bull? Who's guarding the young bull from Atlanta?
Y'all got this.
Trae Young.
Yeah, who's guarding Trae?
Maxey.
I like the chance.
Maxey's going to have to guard him.
Maxey's probably not going to be starting. It probably end up.
How's Maxey going to guard Trae Young?
Because they both got the same amount of.
No, it might be Seth. You know, he carried it. So tell Seth to go shut him down and outscore him. Since Seth carried us, let Seth carry us against Trae.
We're gonna have to match. We are gonna have to match them with offense, though. We're gonna have to score buckets because him and Collins, they get buckets.
Scoring's important to you, Tim?
GMA Leach. Hold on, G Leach. My man G Leach. This is where I gotta.
Yes, Anthony Hurst. Yes, he is.
Y'all Ben Simmons' excitement and y'all over gushing of Ben. The triple-double was a solid game. It was a solid game. Keep in mind, they gave him at least 5 points from Hacker Ben, right? He got at least 5 points from automatic Hacker Ben. So it was a cool. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but y'all acting
wrong. Let me correct you. You said let me correct you if you're wrong. So allow me to correct you.
Okay, go ahead. Try to correct me on this because y'all act like 19 points is he was Bradley Beal out there. I'm confused by it was a Ben game. It was cool, but all this, I told you the scoring was going to come, and the 19 points was incredible. And like, calm down. It was a Ben game. Relax.
but this my thing.
I'm losing my mind.
Because this is where it is that y'all come off with just straight hating. You want to
that dog up.
Seth Curry's 30 points, but nothing else.
So 30 ain't good?
It is. It's great. But you want to, and I gave Seth props, and I'm hype about his 30 points. But you want to give up the 30 points, and he carried his 30 points. But then a guy that has 19, 10, and 11, you like, it was okay.
No, he did great. He did good.
Or another guy that has 28, 9, and 3 steals. He
did good. But listen.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where it comes off as like, hey.
No, but you got to understand.
All I got to say, I'm going to tell you like this, and y'all can take this wherever y'all want to. If Seth Curry didn't show up and had 17, we lose, and Ben still gives you 19 as triple-double.
No, because
if Tobias don't show up, if Tobias don't give us 28 and 9, we lose. So
no, Seth is still
if Danny Green hit the shots that he's supposed to hit wide open, we win. So
let me ask y'all. Is B still the same against Atlanta? Does he still play the same with this injury?
I don't see why not. If he's not hurt,
if he don't gain 20 pounds in the meantime.
No, listen, hold on. We all know. Let's not act like we all know when Embiid is playing with an injury, how he plays. He doesn't. I mean, nobody could go 100%, but it seemed like B plays to the injury too much for me.
Well, he gonna play like y'all want. Remember, y'all don't want him dunking. Y'all just want him shooting foul. So he's just shooting.
Who said that? That was Tim said that on here.
You was like, I agree, Tim. He doing too much extra. No, you said it too.
Got hurt.
Like, I agree, Tim. He doing a little bit too much with the.
No, he did. He do too much, and the reason why he's hurt right now is because he was showboating the last 2 games.
So he was
showboating. He was playing to the fans.
So did he get hurt when he showboated?
They don't know when he got
hurt.
but when
he got hurt when he got knocked down by Lopez.
That was when he hurt his back. They don't know how he hurt his knee.
Hold on.
He hurt his knee because he was showboating. That's what he do.
Let me ask y'all, when Iverson first came in the league, didn't he say, was it Cheeks that told him don't dunk as much because he got to save his knees?
Hey, G.
You mean when you talking about a 6 foot point guard, 2 guard?
Exactly. Yes.
A 7 foot center.
Exact. Hold on. So it should go more with Embiid because that's more weight coming down on your knees.
So let me ask y'all this then. How did y'all feel when Robert Covington was here and he used to go to the basket and shoot layups all the time instead of dunking? And you say, why he never finish at the rim? Why he never dunk?
No, Robert Covington didn't make his layups. There's a difference.
No, but y'all used to say he needed to dunk.
He didn't make them.
I'm telling you, it's real hate. It's not.
No, it's not real hate. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna get on some of these comments. We got a lot of good comments going through, but it wasn't Covington, Wayne. It was the bull. Tim, what was the dude you couldn't hate that you remember?
Not Sarge. No,
not Sarge. Tim, what was the bull you hated that AI asked him one time why don't you dunk when you go to the hole? What was his name?
I can't remember.
It was him.
Was it Kurt Thomas?
No, the boy that was getting off in the summer league. The boy, I forget his name.
No, but I'm talking about.
Sort of tip my tongue. But my thing is Covington. We went to Covington to dunk more because Covington layup game was terrible, and it still is. If you watched that game last night, Covington can't lay the ball to save his life. But Wayne, I'm agreeing with you. I'm not Ethan. I think it's AI is more for AI not to do it because he's shorter and you coming down further. Now it might be a little bit more weak, a little bit more. It's definitely more weight for B, but you not the distance you traveling to dunk and land on the floor is not the same. So,
but when B dunking and pulling up on the rim and landing and stuff, that's a lot.
I mean that might add to it, but G Leach, hold up, G Leach, real quick. I wasn't talking about you when I was talking about scoring. I knew what you were saying.
But wait, real quick though. But pulling up on the rim is not. That's actually taking weight off of your knees. It's when you pull up on the rim and then you come down in a controlled manner. That's less on your knees than if you just dunk and then just drop.
I don't know. I mean these. I don't. I mean.
John Salmons, that was his name.
Yes, that's his name.
Yeah, the Kobe, right? He said Embiid should never try these full speed dunks again because he be getting injured. That's what I'm talking about.
Are you reading off a teleprompter?
Well, I got 3 monitors in front of me.
Yes.
Read 2, 3. It
like
wasn't full.
The boy said they should not beat them.
You probably type like this too.
I'm like the president. Like I'm doing my speech. Y'all some haters. Y'all, that's what y'all do for professional living. Y'all just hate on everybody.
Let's look ahead. All right, I'll say this. Let me end by saying this.
He been from Philly. He used to play with our cousin.
If y'all want to move on, who that?
Salmons.
Salmons, yeah. He was.
Yo, you know what's funny? Remember, since we talking about Salmons real quick, remember how he stunk? And then all of a sudden he went to, was it Chicago or Sacramento?
He had a nice career.
He had a nice couple years. I don't know about the career part, but he had a couple years.
Listen, a couple years, a check in the league, that's a career. You good.
I mean, nice though. I mean, he had a nice.
He stayed in the league for a couple years, didn't he?
Tim, pull John Salmons.
No, he was out for a couple years. No, for a couple years, he was balling for a couple years.
Yeah, Tim, you got 3 monitors. Pull John Salmons stats.
I'm not pulling.
Pull up Embiid dunking, and pull up. What else y'all want?
No, look, here's Doc Rivers' last game. He said that the team, what they was trying to do too often was they was trying to win it on their own. And he said the ball wasn't stopping. Today, you saw a total team effort where they said we're going to trust each other. So everybody got those open shots. Even Korkmaz made some really good shots during the game.
Listen, Korkmaz put us on his back for a couple minutes because he came down and hit it. So Korkmaz put us on his back because that's what you do. You hit some point straight. You put them on the back, right?
Yo, you know who? You know what? I feel kind of bad for 30
points. Did Korkmaz have 30?
I feel bad.
He got the minutes.
I feel bad for Shake. Shake is something mental going on with Shake.
After the game, he was shooting around on the court. He was like, I can't believe Maxey took my minutes.
you feel bad for Shake?
Yeah, he must be in a mental funk right now because the way his game deteriorated is terrible.
He put himself there because he had every opportunity.
He did.
Doc liked him. He said, Doc, that was one of the players that
Doc ain't like him enough. He played 2 minutes tonight.
That's because that's why he stayed behind after the game shooting. He's trying to get a sweat.
But tell
him take Paul Reed with him.
Yeah.
About Maxey too. That's like when Maxey came in. Like, wasn't it like his first shot? He tried to dunk on the ball. Like he went up tried to do a 2-hand dunk on the center. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. It was funny because we were saying Maxey was balling, and somebody came in the chat and was like balling. He went for 5. But I'm like,
he had to pick it up.
But he was bringing that energy. Like
the energy.
Like
hold on. Since y'all want to do that, let's be clear.
I heard my name.
Hold on, Ephraim, real quick.
I was about to say real quick. I was about to say Ephraim. Like Ephraim says, if somebody's just missing, that doesn't mean that they're not bringing it and not balling.
Hold on. Let's be clear. Right. It was 3 of us on here that wanted Maxey, and one wanted to send Maxey to the G League for the rest of the season. Let's be clear.
Okay, wait.
And it wasn't nobody but Wayne.
And I will address that because listen, you keep saying for the rest of the season. The G League was February and April.
You didn't want Maxey. You said next year. You said Maxey come back next year.
I said no, I didn't because I'll tell you why. Because I always made reference to Shake Milton when they sent Shake Milton to the G League. Early in the season, when he came back, is when he was balling for the Sixers. And I kept saying, if Maxey's not getting his minutes up here, send him to the G League, let him develop, let him get his game, and then come back and play. I've always said that.
I agree with Wayne with that. And I keep telling y'all about, and I said this a couple of times about how Golden State, shout out to Steph Curry, Golden State did Jordan Poole. When they sent Jordan Poole down to the G League, when they sent him down to the G League, I think he spent like 2-3 weeks down there, maybe even a month, and he came back a whole new player. So
Maxey
I don't think
didn't go down to the G League, and he's a whole new player.
No, Maxey probably would have been a little bit better if he went down to the G League for real.
He would have been better if he got shake minutes early.
Not saying he ain't bad, but during that time when you wasn't playing, it was several games. You only had 4 minutes, 3 minutes, DNP. So if you would have took that 3-week time, maybe about 2 or 3 week time, and sent down to the G League, I couldn't think that could have added a lot of skill to his game.
I actually looked at it. It was like about 4 or 5 games that he didn't play at all. He had a game that he had like 12 minutes and one that he had like 15.
No, what you should have done.
But he had a lot of games where he played like 4, 5, 6 minutes or no minutes. That's why I made the point.
He should have sent Shake to the G League so Shake can get his confidence back and play Maxey. That's what he should have done.
Shake actually wasn't playing as bad.
No, Shake lost his mojo. He gotta go find it.
Yeah,
call him Austin Powers.
But that's what all I'm saying is you keep trying to make it like I was saying, send him down for the year. You don't go to the G League was the G League started year. February 11th and it ended like March, like the end of March.
When's that first game, Tim? You got 6 monitors up. When's that first game? Sixers versus Atlanta.
I don't know if the schedule's out there yet, but I do know. Well, but who y'all think we got the series? Y'all think we could get it even with an injured Embiid?
Yes.
Oh, now
with an injured Embiid, I don't know.
Is Embiid playing? How many games he gonna give me?
They said he's day to day. He got this meniscus.
So I'm thinking he's gonna play every other game because he's gonna play one. It's gonna swell up. He's gonna need to rest because it swells.
It depends on how far apart they spread the games too, though. Like I mean, remember we're talking about the playoffs. Like our first few games was actually kind of spread out. Now, the last couple, you know what I'm saying? It was like a day in between every day.
Hey, D, hold on. Hey, D, Shake going through relationship problems, you could tell. You know what that's like.
Hey, listen, like sometimes
email say he must be dating a Kardashian.
Kimberly Bridges said Sunday, the first game.
Okay, bet. That's
okay. So they got 4 days off.
Got like a half a week.
No,
hey, look. Without B playing, what I think is going to happen. What I think is going to happen. I think B going to miss game 1.
They play Sunday,
and I think they're going to do
Thursday,
it
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's
okay. Y'all can do the math on your own time.
They play Sunday. How do you count this a game?
Y'all can figure this out on the back end.
It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Where'd you go to? Hold on. You went to community, didn't you? You went to community?
Yeah, I got an online degree from
from Quinnipiac University.
West Chestnut Tech.
Yeah.
Right. Look, not the bottom line. I think they're going to come out Sunday without B. And I think they're going to see if they could beat Atlanta and try to keep B sidelined for as long as possible. As long as they keep winning, they good. So I think Sunday game 1, they might come out, let him rest, not playing, see if we can win. If we lose, he back for game 2. If we win, they might sit him out.
I think B does play just because he didn't play tonight. I think he does play, and I think if there's any kind of tweak or anything like that, then they'll sit him down and just.
They said it's a slight tear, right? Didn't they say it's a slight tear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard a doctor said that the only thing he'll experience is maybe some swelling, but it won't hurt or re-injure the knee.
I think it's terrible.
Whoa. So you telling me you can't tear a tear even further? What they saying about KD until he popped his Achilles?
Well, it depends.
Listen, if you want to debate a doctor, go ahead. I'm just telling you what the doctor said.
I'm just telling you what I've been knowing since watching sports. Didn't they say that about KD?
But it's two different. You got to remember,
it's 2 different injuries.
But listen, you got to remember. Sometimes a tear, like a sprained ankle or a strained ankle, is a tear. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that is like a tear in the tissue or something like that. So you're talking about a degree of the tear or certain muscles or tendons that get torn. It's different.
And you could hurt a sprained ankle even further. I mean, that's why LeBron set out with his sprained ankle so long. When he came back, he set out again. You can make it worse. Set him out.
But I'm saying, like, I guess I was thinking you was thinking like maybe he'll just completely tear it or whatever. But it's not. I don't think that it's on that level. Like, whereas though if he play on it, he can completely tear it. But it just won't heal.
Nah, I don't think that's true.
I think you can. I think you can make it worse and completely tear it. I mean, I'm just trying to.
The injury though. It depends on what's the injury.
Any injury that you have that something is compromised, a hairline fracture somewhere, it can be damaged a little more easily since it's already compromised, or maybe I'm tripping.
I actually think, and I was about to say this. I agree with Mac Warren. I think it's dangerous to let Embiid sit the first game. I think if they steal the first game, that can be danger.
I agree.
I think it's more dangerous to play Embiid before he's ready and have him really hurt himself and he missed the whole series.
I'm scared of a Derrick Rose situation. Remember when we was playing the Bulls and Derrick Rose, what was that, the first or second game? Then we won the series because Derrick Rose got hurt. I'm having a flashback of us being in the Bulls situation where we Embiid get hurt.
And this is why I said make sure he 100%.
I agree.
He
but
got to play.
Or close to it as possible. I doubt if he be 100, but
we're talking about 4 games. We talking about 4 days. We talking about a half a week. If the doctors are saying the main thing you remember, it ain't like he just sitting around. Well, hopefully, he might be sitting around eating Chick-fil-A. But for the most part, these athletes are getting the top care and treatment. So they're getting specific treatment for that stuff. They're getting the ice and the heat and all that other stuff. So
hey, Joy, listen, I don't care if I'm not a doctor. Don't be called you're not a doctor. I don't care if I'm not a doctor.
I'm Dr. Love.
I got a degree in common sense. That's what I got a degree in.
He plays one on YouTube.
I got exactly. And I stayed at a Holiday Express Inn last night, so that gives me even more knowledge. All right. So
guess what? All that hating y'all talking, we won.
Listen, that's what I'm about to say. It was a beautiful victory. I'm glad we're able to move on. We got the other opponent in our sights. So, I mean, is it officially? I didn't see what happened with Atlanta and the Knicks. Is it?
They was hugging it out.
Okay.
Oh, they hugged?
Yeah, Julius Randle was like, I just lost $100 million.
Yo, he had a terrible playoffs.
Sure did.
Yeah, that's not good.
But what y'all think about my young boy LeBron? They gonna pull it out?
No, they done.
I'm betting the house that they win the next 2 games and win the series.
This is why AD is a sucker. Because
he is, man.
He about to ruin it. He about to ruin it.
Yo, they got a meme of him looking like Mr. Glass.
You know what? Yo, I mean, I guess I don't got a lot of leeway to make this argument, but I don't remember arguing with 2 people in
Don't
here.
do it. It don't hurt to be hurt. Yeah. Why do it and be hurt? Don't even do it to yourself.
We argued about if Embiid was better than AD, and their main argument was Embiid is always hurt, and I kept.
No, that wasn't the main argument because AD was always hurt too his career.
No, that's the argument that I made because y'all said Embiid was always hurt, and I said so was AD.
No, I said my argument for AD. I said AD was a little bit more versatile to me. I think that was the argument we was making about AD. He was a little bit more athletic.
First of all, this argument was 3 years ago.
And no, it was about a year ago. But the fact that you arguing it now when Embiid is hurt is kind of. I know. I'm kind of surprised.
No, the reason why I'm saying that is because I was saying y'all. It was being brought up about how injury prone Embiid was, and we know the person in here that's always talking about how hurt Embiid is and why they wanted to trade Embiid and keep Ben Simmons because Embiid is always hurt. So, and my point was AD gets hurt a lot too because then we started looking at all the games that they missed and stuff. So,
all right. Since we're talking about other players, did y'all see the boy Damian Lillard last night?
Go ahead, Tim. Get him. Go ahead, Tim. Get him mad.
Because
hold on. A meniscus tear occurs in the rubbery knee cartilage that cushions the shin bone from the thigh bone. The meniscus can tear with forceful twisting or rotation of the knee. So yes, Mark, I know what a meniscus tear is. Go ahead, Tim.
You just educated you, Mark. I told you we all doctors here. We all got degrees.
Yeah, WebMD.
We all doctors. All right.
So hold on. So if forceful twisting can cause it to tear, you don't believe more forceful twisting can cause it to tear more?
That's what I'm trying to tell him. I mean, listen, I'm not. If you play, I'm not mad, but I'm cautious. This is all I'm saying.
I'm saying is the doctors are saying there is no.
They said multiple doctors have read the MRI image,
and the same are the same doctors.
They said they're gonna judge them day by day. They're gonna reevaluate.
Okay. And don't forget the key word is minor tear.
That's the same ones that said the same thing about KD Achilles, right? They said it was minor. They said it was small little tears in it. They clear him to play. They clear him to play. And then what happened on national TV?
Said, wrap it up, Tim.
National TV. We saw his Achilles pop.
When it's over.
She's saying wrap it up because they talking foolishness.
All right. Two things. I wanted to talk about Dame Lillard, but before I do that,
go ahead. Talk about Dame.
Kevin Garnett was hating because Kyrie stepped on the logo of in Boston the other day. And so he told me something that was disrespectful for players. But KG forgot about all the trash talking he's done over the years, including when he said to Carmelo Anthony that his wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yep.
Is that confirmed? Is that confirmed?
He definitely said it. And the fake tough guy that everybody want to give Kevin Garnett all these props for being so tough. When Carmelo was like, meet me in the hallway, all of a sudden KD
no,
right? Like that's not what we supposed to do. Like, no, you talk crap. You talking about my wife? Talking about she tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios? That's a tussle. What's up?
Kevin Garnett got goofy in his later years though, because I remember I was watching. I forget it. I think it was on one of his shows he had for a minute. And how they stopped talking to Ray Allen for years because he wasn't that dumb and all this
wasn't
kind of
that
stuff
dumb?
like that. Yeah, I'm like, what type of time y'all were like? You stop, man.
And then Paul Pierce was on that. That's why.
Yeah, on that goofiness. That's why I don't even. Garnett talking about Kyrie stepping on the M logo and all that. Man, tell KG to go somewhere with that. Anybody trying.
Who y'all got in the Milwaukee Nets series?
Tim want to talk about Dame Lillard.
Okay, tell us about Dame. Go ahead,
Tim.
Wait. Listen.
No, let me talk about Dame.
Joy was not telling us to wrap it. She talking about wrap up, talking about the knee. She talking about wrap the knee.
Go ahead, Tim.
That's what I did.
Go ahead, get your man crush on.
No, she said wrap the knee up, not wrap up what we talking about.
Hold on, he's smiling. He's smiling hard. Go ahead, Tim.
We need to get Dame in Philadelphia because that's the guy that will take us to the promised land. Because although I'm rooting for the Sixers, I don't think we have enough to win it all. But Dame, who dropped the 55, a double nickel yesterday.
Where my dog?
Has leapfrogged Seth Curry as the best guard in the West.
Okay. Go ahead, Ethan. Everybody know how I feel. So listen, go ahead, Ethan. Speak your piece.
Now, when I watched, I will say this about Dame and Steph. This is all I'm gonna say, then we're gonna move on because we ain't gonna stay too long. I didn't see Dame Lillard doubled not once on any of those shots, which to me is unbelievable, and it's a travesty. If that was, and I got to defend the Curry twin. If that was Seth, he would have been double on triple coming across Steph. I'm sorry. Seth tonight too would have been double triple. If that was Steph, he would have been double and triple coming across half court. But Dame did his thing. They let him go 1-on-1, and he killed Doc Rivers' son. Killed him.
Listen, Rivers was fighting for his life. He actually played fairly well. He
got on his knees and was like this after Dame missed.
He said he won't miss. He was like, he would not miss.
Yeah, he won't. He wouldn't. I mean, like Ethan said though, Denver coach should be fired alone for not doubling and tripling when he started getting hot. Because at a certain point, he just wouldn't miss. I mean, first of all, it wasn't even that he just got hot this game. This is what Dame do in the last seconds. I take my money on him over probably almost anybody. When it comes to a one-on-one shot with the closing seconds of the game, I'll probably take him almost over almost anybody. And for the fact that he was not double and getting the ball in his hands was a travesty in itself. That was unforgivable. But Dame is my man. I've been told you I like Dame. I like Dame for a long time, Tim. I've been talking about Dame way before you even knew who Dame Lillard was. I got his sneakers.
Real quick, tonight is a game-changing series-changing game tonight. Who y'all got? Yeah, Clippers and Dallas. It's 2-2, right?
Was Lucas supposed to be hurt, or was he?
No, and this is a closeout game for
the series is 2-2.
2-2.
Oh, I thought they was down 3-2.
Nah, it's 2-2.
No, it's 2-2. Yeah, to my knowledge, I think I remember. Whatchamacallit, just a real quick. But we were talking about John Simons earlier, sidebar. He averaged 18 points a game in Sacramento. That was the highest he ever averaged. No, he averaged 19. Sacramento. He averaged Chicago. I tell you, I get there.
Okay. He averaged. The only person that ever looked up his stats besides his mom.
He averaged 19 in Milwaukee with 30 games. In Chicago, he averaged in 26 games. Chicago, he averaged 18 one year. And then the next year, he averaged 12 points a game.
Okay, so it was
just lost 9 people.
Let me ask y'all this too: the Sixers make the better decision keeping Toby over Jimmy?
Ooh, that's a good question.
See, don't do that.
The way Jimmy played in the playoffs, maybe. But
first of all, let's stop trying to make. And I'm not just saying you, because I had other people tell me that.
But Reese Brody said it's 2-2 Clippers and Dallas, like we said. Thank you.
It wasn't necessarily Jimmy. It wasn't Jimmy versus Toby. It was Brett or Jimmy. Let's keep it a beam. We know what it was. It was Brett. Jimmy did not respect Brett Brown. And we knew that from during the season when Brett was like, yeah, he was James out there tonight. He wasn't Jimmy. And Jimmy was like, my name is Jimmy.
My name is Jimmy.
But they committed. They showed who they really wanted when they committed to Toby, though.
No, they actually wanted both of them.
They had no money for both.
Real quick, Sir Quist 11, I agree with him. He said no one in the league is guarded like Steph or Joel. He said most dominant inside and most dominant outside. I actually agree with that statement. I think they give the most of the coverage inside Joel, and Steph gets all the coverage outside.
Listen, I don't see the hate on Steph is kind of like how I do when I have to, like, because I got to balance you the same way. Like I got to give
how
Ben,
are you balancing the MVP?
Because it's a little uncomfortable. The way that the way you are about Steph Curry, it's like you get this little, you like Steph Curry.
Okay, so is it more uncomfortable for me to give props to an MVP candidate, or you give props to a mid-level, barely all-star Ben Simmons who you stay?
Don't start
running to defense about everything.
We not going back to the Ben Simmons.
I don't have a problem with
you about to take me there.
I don't have a problem with you giving Steph props because I everything you say about him, I agree.
And shut up and move on.
No,
hold on.
Because every time you find a way, Steph Curry.
Hold on,
Steph Curry.
Hold on. Let's go back to about the Jimmy thing because in history,
Sir Queez, I'm sorry, it was Sir Queez. My bad.
In history, right?
Female, you're right.
In history. Or Jimmy is considered the closer. He did the closer. He did this. He did that. Jimmy ain't looked too good this year, though, did he?
Right. Everybody let me stop y'all right there. Everybody who played late in the playoffs last year and came in with the short season, all of those teams have been struggling. They all don't play because they just played.
I don't want to hear it.
Listen,
Jimmy had a terrible playoffs.
And they got injured.
Brody just made a point. He said Jimmy got outscored by Forbes. Like y'all probably ain't even know who Forbes was before the playoffs started.
Yeah,
the
Forbes
Forbes list. The Forbes list.
He's talking about Becky with the good hair for
Becky with the good hair, boy from Milwaukee.
Listen. We gotta stop that Becky with the good hair because
no, let's keep it up.
No.
Listen, you could be Becky with the good hair. Ephraim could be
let
Becky
me
with
speak
no hair.
to the light-skinned brothers. That cannot stick.
I don't have hair, so that
was you mad when one of your employees
Deal.
came up to you and was like, Becky with the good hair?
What you say?
Deal.
One of your employees came up to you and said that. Did you get offended?
Yes.
Good job.
Yeah. We might get in a fist fight. Disrespect for the light skinned boys at an all-time high right now, man.
I do agree with that.
We gotta get it back.
Listen, we still shining. We got the best player in the world right now is light skin, so we straight, man. Steph Curry,
I got
the best player in the Sixers. Seth Curry.
I gotta agree with Anthony. I mean, I disagree with Anthony. You saying Ben and Jimmy weren't going to coexist? That team that they were on, they were coexisting just fine.
I don't think he liked Jimmy. I don't think Jimmy liked Ben.
I don't care what they like, but they were coexisting, and I think I'm not the only one that believed that we should have won that series.
I don't think it would have lasted, though. I agree with you saying, but I don't think it would have lasted because Ben. First of all, I don't think Ben liked getting a point guard taken out of his hand by.
Guess what? Guess what? Then maybe y'all would have had y'all wish, and Ben Simmons wouldn't have re-signed his contract because they signed. If I'm not mistaken, they signed Ben Simmons when they didn't get. Did they sign him that year or the year before? Because I feel like because they had the extra money and they was like, let's go ahead and sign Ben to that, and then they signed Horford. If I'm not,
I'm glad they signed Ben Simmons.
Yeah, because you got something to hate on now.
I'm not a hater.
Ben's a good player.
I told you,
we're about to wrap this thing up.
I'm hating him to greatness.
But did y'all hear the crowd chanting "We won Brooklyn" while during the game?
That's what they were saying. Are they sure that's what they want right now?
Yeah, if you got to choose between Brooklyn and the Bucks.
I don't want neither one of them if we don't got Joel Embiid.
I'm about to say that. If we don't got Joel, I think Brooklyn might do it worse than the
It don't matter.
Without Joel Embiid, do y'all think we still should make it to the
I don't think Joel's gonna make it through the rest of this through the whole playoffs.
But I'm saying without Joel, is the team still
Chicken Little
the favorites to get to the conference finals?
He's panicking.
How's that panic? He's legit. He got a legit injury. How's that panicking?
If Seth Curry and Tobias play if Seth Curry, Ben, and Tobias, even if Ben give you what he gave you tonight, I still want to see a little bit more aggressiveness when he has a mismatch. I don't care what nobody say. I still think he should have been more aggressive. However, if they play like they played tonight against Atlanta, I'm not even expecting Seth to drop 30, but I'm just saying he put up around 20 a game. If Beat is not playing, I'm saying, yeah, I still think we can beat Atlanta.
Tell them, Joy, we are number one. We are number one.
So I got him without Beat. I got us beating Atlanta in 6.
Without.
Yeah, I don't got us beating either one of Milwaukee or the Nets without Beat. I'm not. There's no way in the world I'm gonna say that. But now for this next round, I think we could. Sometimes we forget.
You waffling. Yes or no?
No. For this next round, even if we don't have Embiid, don't forget we won like 9 or 10 games without Embiid during the season. Like during that.
We had Tony Bradley, which we still need. But go ahead.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I just don't want to see Mike Scott in the game. Ben Simmons might have to play 40 minutes a game every night when Embiid don't play because he got to be the backup center.
Okay. All right, y'all. We'll be back.
Ben and Dame will work. This is Anthony Hurst. Ben and Dame will work as a straight trade. Would do that. Would you do in a heart? I guess he's saying, would you do that in a heartbeat? Question. Would you trade Ben straight up for
You hear that?
Snap your finger.
You hear that?
How old is Dame?
And this is Ben on a plane.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old. Dame could be 42. I'm still trading him straight up for Ben.
So you think Embiid is going to be fine with Dame just jacking up all his shots and Embiid don't?
I don't care what Embiid's fine with. Dame Lillard is that dude. He'll help take us to the promise.
Embiid is better than Dame.
All right, y'all. Again, we'll see y'all Sunday after the game.
Is Dame MVP candidate this year?
You can't be. Hold up.
Was Dame MVP candidate?
Did Dame miss 20 games? Did Dame miss any playoff games so far?
So who fought is that?
Oh, he gonna miss the second round.
How you know? You counting him out already? You already counting him out?
Yeah, definitely. He gonna miss the second round. You're right.
Okay.
Him and Chris Paul.
If he got there, B got there because Seth and Tobias.
You still think Phoenix is going to be? You think Phoenix is going to lose to the Lakers?
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Wait, is AD coming back? AD coming back?
Don't matter.
He's sitting out. He's chilling. Don't forget to go to our Twitter page and like the page and retweet it so y'all can get a chance to win a t-shirt.